one thought that comes to mind also in the phytase, Dr. Rushi, and I know you've done several studies on that area, is the superdosing.
Yeah, so yeah, the superdosing, Beyond P, a lot of different names for that. Generally, I think what most have seen and is pretty well accepted is that we would use a superdose level. So again, it's a superdose level, for argument's sake, let's just say it's 2,000 FTUs per kilogram, give or take and depending on the product. But oftentimes we will find a nice growth benefit from that during the nursery phase, so that both really from the starter diet through the end of the nursery period, it's not uncommon that we would see an additional 1 to 2 pounds of growth by feeding a high level. And what also in that is we max out the amount of digestible phosphorus release. And so we're feeding more in addition to that. And it's still somewhat unknown. There's certainly beliefs of potential energy release, indocidal, different things that may be going on, but I would say it's probably not clearly defined why that is. Now one issue is in grow finish. The grow finish data is much, much more variable. In fact, I'd probably lend that most of that data would not support an additional growth benefit above that, what we're getting in for phosphorus. But again, sometimes that comes down to replication too. We're trying to find small differences, and we can maybe get into this discussion when we get into the energy and amino acid side, because that's a point I want to bring up is we recognize, it almost starts to fall into a feed additive category where we're trying to promote growth. And in these cases, we're talking about probably a 1 to maybe 2% improvement. Right. The amount of replication that we need is quite substantial. And I'm fairly certain that's why in many cases we're not statistically finding these differences, even though they may be there on a marginal or numerical basis. We just need to get replication to test.